Pretty interesting spot up here. I think that I'm actually going to fold the 8s here, but it's definitely interesting. If this is KOs, I'd be calling, but here, also interesting. Interesting with the 10 of spades. Also, it's interesting with Queen 10. I think I should have bet the hand. I kind of wanted in time bank more because I was playing more because of the other hand. But I think that like with Queen 10, I should have just bet. I'm just going to play to... Yeah, it's difficult to check back the flop and then bet the turn here. Too much, but I do think that like Queen 10 probably plays to that line. Like if it gets to this part of the hand, because it's the bottom of my range. I also have a 10 of spades, which kind of matters. I think I'm just over it now. I'm just going to lose. He's going to have a lot of ace high, and he's going to be able to have made a really clever call against me a bunch of the time because of that flop check, but yeah, ace jack of spades. I don't think there's much to be done there other than just slam the river, which I could do. I don't think my hand, like there's some reason why my hand can't do it. Just gonna take a shot at this, although I did roll a fucking 6. I'm still gonna take a shot at this. I think like having the high card spade on board is like helpful. I'm gonna take a shot at this as well. This one's easier to take a shot at. Okay, I'm gonna play the call. Feeling very good about our hand right now. Very low frequency, ace queen in the big blind's flatting range pre-flop at this stack depth. Probably 0. King queen might not check raise, probably check calls. So we have the nuts. He doesn't have pocket kings. Our hand's bladed. Hoping for a 3 river. We're hoping for a jack river. Obviously gonna pure snap here. Queen 8, we have him dead the whole way. So, like I said, kickers puts me in the first nuts category. So, felt pretty good without the improvement, but the improvement does make it easier. It's a little better. Things a little easier. I mean, we're going to be playing pure ISO against limp. I think 2.5x actually seems reasonable from this position. It's kind of like we're shallow, we're EP. Seems kind of hard to go to full 3. Definitely seems hard to go to 4 or something. This SPR. Expect this range to be like relatively balanced at 30 big blinds in this lineup, but you know, maybe this is just like totally imbalanced, and I still think my sizing is going to be appropriate in either case. I don't think it should matter too much. Board texture like this one, I still don't mind c-bet. I think I can have a weak enough range. I don't mind check to the imposition player. At the margin, probably check to the imposition player more with aces, check a little bit less with kings. I think both plays are still reasonable. Like, I think it's fine to bet with aces. I think it's fine to check with kings, kind of thing. It gets kind of dicey now. How best to proceed? I think we're just going to proceed with barreling. It's kind of dicey with the king of diamonds in particular. But, like, check options like maybe slightly more attractive with the king of diamonds variation. Not really seeing any bluffs in this range. It's bluff catcher dense and hands that beat me dense, like aces, jacks, and then like queens, tens, ace jack. So I don't really see why I would check. So we're just gonna jam. Like I don't see like how he can have, like it's crazy that he folded that fast because it means I'm wrong, probably. Like it's I don't see how that range has like king queen of diamonds in it. You know, I have incidentally he can't have king queen of diamonds. Like I mean maybe it's ace queen of diamonds. Maybe that's like the hand that like plays like, but it's even that hand is like showdown value-ish, right? Like it's not necessarily the case that I don't think there are any hands in his range that have to bluff if I check. So it's kind of annoying when he folds that fast because it makes me reconsider my thesis. But like I don't think he has any hands that have to bluff if I check. So if I check, he just bets a polarized range of hands that he thinks he can get value from my kind of like medium strength hands with. So like ace jack would presumably check. Queens might even check. And only because like I'm not like if I check like I'm not going to double barrel there with tens. So there's not really EV to a bet, really, unless I'm hero calling with like ace king, like double bluffing ace king of diamonds, and then hero calling on the river, which, like I suppose I could do, but yeah, I think my hand plays the river shove once I decide to bet the turn. And I think betting the turn is like where I don't know. Seems close. I don't really know what the flop either, to be honest. The flop seems kind of close too. EP opens, draft opens. We flat ace deuce and big. Again, probably a little bit more check raise with backdoor flush draw in this situation. Because I think I rolled 91, but this hand doesn't 3-bet for me pre-flop, so I mean, like, didn't really use the randomizer because I'm not mixing this one pre-flop. It's obviously a good turn. I think I've probably, you could probably include like 15% leading or something like that and have it be defensible. I think against turn check, I end up with a bunch of bets. He had the like auto fold button on. So that's like the fucking fastest fold ever. All right, enough torturing Lieberman, I guess. 55. This hand doesn't 3-bet that much. Okay, fucking pull these on top of each other. Guess we just call then. All right, so how much check raising is there on these boards? Usually, like, they play it like the heavy call fold. This hand feels like the one that you would check raise if you're in check raise any of them, though. I should probably have randomized the turn between bet and check. I don't think this hand's like in a pure barrel or anything. There we go. There we go. So here I'm just peeling. I rolled a 28. So between call and 3-bet, we elected to call. We rolled low. And yes, over here we're gonna mix. Sometimes bet, sometimes check. We rolled low, so we're gonna check. Here, kind of interesting. I think we're gonna raise. Down here, we're gonna put the bet out. What a shit river, right? Look at that river. Do you guys see that river? What a shit river. I just got counterfeit. Oh my goodness. It's so hard. It's like this is I made a set again, but like, you know. Fuck me. Congratulations, bud. Congratulations. Now some asshole's gonna be like, you know how many times you've made sets? I'm gonna be like, listen, bro. Listen, bro. I don't want to hear how many times I've made sets, alright? I don't want to hear how many times I've made sets. What do I do with Jack 10 suited against fucking shove? It feels like it's a call. Then I always call and then I always lose. I think you could bet one big blind here and that might be like the best answer, but it seems close. I have a pretty clean hand for triple, I think. High equity against 8x, which is where most of my opponent's range is grounded, and unblock clubs, which are high frequency turn check folds. Tough spot as far as sizing goes. Tough to min raise into these two stacks. Tough to fucking do bigger than that against this player. Relatively low frequency bet situation for me, I believe. This is probably not a high frequency bet situation for this player either. This is a tough spot with this hand. I could be convinced to just pure fold and that this is like fucking stupid. Here we rolled a 96, so we're gonna take a shot at this. Here we drag the pot. Fuck me. Here we go. Here we drag the pot with 6-4 off, which is nice. Made a little river bluff. Pretty standard situation, I think, for bet. All right. I think we can peel. I think we can just flat. I think 3-betting is good too, but I think just calling is gonna have very positive EV. And I'm just gonna be check raising like large fractions of my range here. Aces with the ace of hearts makes lots of sense as a call, but I think check raising to a small size with a large fraction of my range is just a good idea. Oh fuck. I mean, the board's already paired, and like, you know, I block the ace-5 suited, ace-5 offsuit variations, so Like, not that I think that like those are the only hands he can have. I obviously don't think that, but I also, you know, I think that like calling the flop makes lots of sense. I think shoving the flop's like somewhat reasonable, but more with like the hands that get a little bit more protection. So if I had managed to flat kings, I might shove that. If I had aces with no heart, I might shove that. If I had yeah, even 5x with no heart. Like, I think 5x with no heart makes more sense a little bit. But like his range just seems like it might be really polar when I have the ace of hearts here. Like, might make my play better. Here, SRX resealing for 20. Kind of gross spot. We're getting pretty deep. SRX's range is going to be pretty tight, but I think that we still call ace queen off, but I could be close. Oh, he has ace 10. Oh, and he smashes at 10. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, I run fucking brutal. Like, this is real Jordan. I fucking run brutal in these 5Ks, yo. On stars, I run brutal in these, like, deep. It's fucking painful. Like, we're fucking 20 off the money. We catch him, like, deadish with fucking ace queen. Oh my Lanta. It wasn't even ace 10 suited. I mean, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the gift, but that was like a punt. I mean, I really believe that was a punt. Like, I think that's like a fucking disastrous line. SRX is like, fuck you. And I know SRX is like, you know, very good. Like, I've battled him and he's very good, but I think that's a fucking incineration, to be honest. So, yeah. Just the truth. This is gross. I'm dead to ace queen. I'm dead to ace king. There's not a lot else that value bets, but like the bluffs here I think are just like too linearly constructed. There's too many. Like, he's letting himself like too good of a price here. I think I just have to stack off with this. Like, if you end up folding like 10-9, like, it's kind of annoying, but like he's gonna have like 10-9 of diamonds a bunch, or like 10, you know, and getting the protection at that SPR as we approach the money, I think is worth it. So he just has like, you know, he has like 10-9 of diamonds, 10-9 of spades, like, you know, queen 9 of diamonds, queen 9 of spades. He might bet call the spade and diamond variations out of gut shots. He might bet call queen 10 of diamonds. He might bet call queen 10 of spades or something. So I think it's a jam on the turn at that SPR. Like, the SPR is real tight already. Once he bets pot, so like if I call, for example, he's gonna have half pot left on the river. Which, if his range is really polarized and like he, you know, his bluffs have no equity against my value bets, then I would just call. But I think his bluffs have lots of equity against my value bet here, so that's why I jammed. It's possible that calling's better, but again, there's like a lot to protect against on the, you know, as we approach the bubble. We're 200 off the money now, which sounds like it's far away, except that 400 people cash roughly, right? So 2 out of every 3 players that's left cashes. Is another way to think about it, which is most people cash as long as you don't, like, you know, let them draw to a fucking flush and stack you. So you know, there's a lot to protect against in this situation, I think. So we jammed and took it down. So, but yeah, we got dicked pretty hard here. I mean, like, this is like a pretty hard. This is a pretty hard get dicked by the deck. Like, this is just, you know, like, what's my range here for, you know, for flatting Dant? I mean, like, I do cover, but like all these other players cover behind me. We're 20 off the money. Half the field that's left cashes. That's, you know, again, like, another way to think about this is just like 50% of the players that are left are going to cash. So that's a lot. So 50% of the players that are left are going to cash. This is a huge fucking spot. This range definitely doesn't include ace-10 offsuit. It's definitely going to be like, you know, I say definitely, and there's a lot of ways that in no limit hold'em you can get surprised, but I'm going to be fucking shocked if the ace-10 offsuit's a fucking pure squeeze here. Like, I'm going to be mind blown. I'm going to be shocked if it's like fucking 7% squeeze, to be honest. I just don't think it's a thing. My range is just way too strong. With these players left that cover me, 20 big blind stack in the big. This player opening into everyone covering him in a 20 big blind stack. This player's range itself is going to be really strong. So I just don't think ace-10 offsuit's going to work. But, you know, SRX being SRX, finds the fucking squeeze and just doors the fucking 10. So, yeah. Alright guys, I'm super excited to be bringing you my man Way's cash game bundle on BBZPoker.com. Way is someone who's actually taught me a lot. He's actually really helped with my understanding of some things that I thought I knew and showed me where I was making quite a few mistakes. So if he's able to turn my game around in a few spots, I think he'll be absolutely incredible for you guys. I've watched the entire bundle from start to finish. I think it's one of the best organized bundles on BBZPoker.com. I think it's an incredibly powerful piece of content for professional poker players and amateurs alike. In fact, I think it's probably even stronger for beginning and amateur players than it is for professional players. And I couldn't be happier. So head over to BBZPoker.com and go get Way's bundle. All right. Everybody, this table's short, so it's going to min raise. I'm going to min bet 1 BB. Just gonna call. I dominate most of the bluffs anyways. It's a shitty turn. Check. I'm actually gonna call just because it's a fucking weird line. Alright. Keep on doesn't feel very good. Sorry, bro. Sorry. You know, don't try to bluff me, man. I'm a calling station, don't you know? If I can't figure it out, I'm like, Guess you have 10-9 when you win. I guess you have 10-9 when you win. Alright, show me 10-9, motherfucker. I call. No, we don't have 10-9? Okay. Send it over here. Do you block 10-9 with your hand? No, I don't block 10-9. Did you randomize? No, I didn't. What? Like, why'd you? Because I thought you're full of shit. That's why. Don't try to bluff like that. Sell that shit to somebody else. Definitely have to double float. It's not close. Don't get to introduce fold percentage with this hand class yet. Pretty interesting spot against Jam. But no stones. No stones. No stands. Oh, hey, Queen 9. Was that? You barreled Queen 9 on the turn? That might be good. I mean, the bet's small, so it won't really matter. I mean, the EV's going to be close. It's a fucking cooler me on a Queen and a 9. So, I don't think it's like badish, but just kind of interesting. 5 bigs and King 9 offsuit. I mean, if the nerd guy opens, I'm going to fold still. But if he folds, I think I'm going to jam. Someone might be like, it's not a jam with 5 bigs with King 9 offsuit. I'm just like, listen, bro, I don't fucking know what's a shove with fucking 5 big blinds. So, SRX is going to spite me. No, he's got like ace 5. That's a pretty standard call. And let's get a 9. Sad face. Is what it is. 5 bigs. 40 left. I don't think there's like much room to folding King 9 offsuit unopened with 5 bigs, but maybe it's a fold. Maybe it's King 10. Doesn't feel like it's me. But I'm not a 5 big blind expert, so what do I know? Okay, so what do I do here? Probably mix. We rolled high. And we go ahead and put out the bet. Okay. Definitely have better ways of bluffing the turn, so as a result, this hand will not make the turn cut. Okay, so we beat busted 5x, busted 6x, busted spades. We're gonna block all that shit. Block's annoying. We'd expect to see quite a bit of blocking. 2-bet for me come from the 10x region. Should probably come from like Queen Jack or something though, if I had to guess. I think this hand's... I'm gonna fold sometimes and call a bunch. Just folding around 20. So we 3-bet the King 8 offsuit. Like, this player covered most of the table, so it doesn't cover me. So, you know, presumably the opening range could be at least a little bit wide. We're getting very close to the money. 3-bet and C-bet. Hopefully it works. Might not work. I have a blocker, so I have a decent hand for 3-bet and C-bet, obviously. I don't have clubs, so I have hearts and diamonds. So I would have barreled hearts and diamonds. I'm going to give up on clubs. I also think that, like, you know, I could use high frequency turn check here with some strong hands. I could also barrel small with some strong hands, but this hand's not that good at that. I could check here with aces. Seems fine. Particularly aces with the club. And, like, just being honest, I think that I would just bluff the fuck out of this river. Like, I'm going to get coolered by, like, King Queen or King Jack, and it's going to look like I'm a fucking idiot. But I think there's just more, like, pocket 8s, pocket jacks, pocket 10s in this range. And not a lot of 9x, because I think it's very difficult to defend 9x pre-flop to call. Like 9-8 suited, it's like kind of hard to pre-flop call. So I think that this player, like, oftentimes is just like, BBZ's an asshole. He's just trying to steal the pot on the bubble. Kind of true. I have King 8 offsuit, so. And like, I would bluff if I have like fucking Queen Jack or something. I'd just jam there. I'd just be like, I'm all in. And I don't think that like he's gonna have enough King X blockers, like King X combos, to just call King X. So I think that we're gonna have to see some like pocket jacks just being like, I think you're full of shit. I call. So I think I'm gonna check back the flop here. This is, you know, top pair, no kicker, basically. So you can use high frequency c-bet on the flop, but it's not gonna be range. So top pair, no kicker seems like a reasonable way to build a check strategy. Very tempting for my opponent to be using like a, yeah. I'm gonna check twice. I just think it's an interesting spot for me to introduce. Squirrel just like ran on the fence in front of me. I was like, I don't know. Whatever. It's a fucking squirrel. I got distracted. I looked away and I was like, wanted to explain why. Calls like fucking stupid as hell. So if like I called, then like Ape Styles would be like, you're a fucking retard, dumbass, don't call. So we can't do that. Pot size is like 3, yeah. We'll go with this as far as sizing choice goes. Darn. Gonna ISO here. Don't think this is rocket science. This guy's got 4 bigs. We're way out front with ace-10 on average. Calling just means that these ranges are just too going to be expanded, and I don't really want them to expand with ace-10 off, but I can't ship it because that's fucking dumb. Too many chips. So we ISO like this. Seems good. Difficult for the small blind for short, like, you know, difficult for the button even to cold call. 205,000. So there we go. We're out front. We flop a 10. This player's screwed. There we go. We win. Nice. Jordan, do you own crypto? I do not. No. I thought this was fucking done at 5:40. Did I like misread the fucking time? What the hell? Day 1 breaks in 3 minutes. Okay, I did misread the time. My bad. Interesting flop. I'm gonna go with min. I think this is kind of like a weird spot. Gonna suck to get jammed on. I mean, the turn's really fucking interesting. Like, I have like all these variations of, you know, I have like king 10, I have like king 9 offsuit. I think I opened the cutoff. I have king 9 offsuit, I have king 10. So like I have those 2 variations of the king of diamonds to barrel the turn, which are like further down than ace king, obviously. But like when I bet 30,000 on the turn or on the flop, when I bet 1 BB at that SPR on the flop and don't get raised, I feel like my opponent's underweight the king of diamonds, or sorry, underweight the ace of diamonds. I feel like ace of diamonds check raises more often. It's not like stripped, but keep in mind he doesn't really have ace queen with the ace of diamonds. He probably check raises. He probably 3-bets that pre. So like I feel like ace 10, ace of diamonds, ace 9, ace of diamonds. I feel like a lot of those hands end up check raising the flop. Like it's easy to check raise too much against the sizing choice that I chose on the flop, I think. Current game plan is to stream this tomorrow. And try to win the fucking tournament for 200,000, 231,000. That's what we're trying to win. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow.